Prince George as Duke of York, later King George V, sits confidently in this 1890s studio portrait. His finely tailored suit, composed posture, and steady, thoughtful gaze evoke a man shaped for duty, while the cigarette in hand adds an unexpectedly candid, human note to his otherwise regal presence. Marie Curie, a pioneering physicist and chemist, conducted groundbreaking research on radioactivity in the early 20th century. In the 1920s, she continued advancing scientific knowledge, directed the Radium Institute in Paris, and advocated for medical applications of radium, including mobile X-ray units used during World War I. Albert Einstein worked at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern circa 1905, the year he published his Annus Mirabilis papers. These four revolutionary studies introduced special relativity, explained the photoelectric effect, described Brownian motion, and established mass-energy equivalence, E equals mc squared, reshaping modern physics. Abolitionist John Brown, circa 1847, was deeply committed to ending slavery, actively aiding fugitive slaves and advocating armed resistance. Years before his 1859 raid on Harper's Ferry, he collaborated with underground railroad networks and laid the groundwork for his radical anti-slavery campaign that would profoundly influence the nation's path to civil war. Finnish sniper, Second Lieutenant Simo Hayha, known as the White Death, was photographed circa 1940 during the Winter War against the Soviet Union. Credited with over 500 confirmed kills, he became a symbol of Finland's defense. On March 6, 1940, an explosive round destroyed much of his left jaw. Yet he survived, recovered, and remained a legendary figure of resilience and precision. Amelia Earhart posed before her Lockheed Vega 5B on December 21, 1934, preparing to become the first aviator to fly solo from Honolulu, Hawaii, to Oakland, California, a feat she accomplished on January 11, 1935. This pioneering flight reinforced her status as a trailblazer in aviation and a symbol of courage and determination. Sayyid Mir Muhammad Alim Khan, Emir of Bukhara, photographed in 1911, ruled the Emirate of Bukhara as the last Manghit dynasty monarch. His reign saw increasing Russian influence, and though he maintained nominal autonomy, his authority waned under Tsarist pressure before the Emirate's eventual collapse following the 1920 Bolshevik invasion. Yatsou Kousiro, 31, from Hokkaido, served as a censor on Japan's 1864 Ikeda mission to Europe. Photographed in Paris by Jacques-Philippe Poteau, he was part of a Tokugawa shogunate effort to persuade France to close Yokohama to foreign trade, a request rejected as the port remained vital to Western presence since Commodore Perry's 1854 opening of Japan. Empress Maria Feodorovna of Russia, born Princess Dagmar of Denmark, was photographed in the 1890s during her tenure as consort to Tsar Alexander III. Known for her grace and charitable work, she played a prominent role in imperial court life and was mother to Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia. Portrait of an unemployed coal miner. Scott's Run, West Virginia, 1937, photographed by Lewis Hine. Captured during the Great Depression, the image reflects the severe poverty and hardship faced by Appalachian mining communities after widespread industry collapse, highlighting Hine's commitment to documenting social injustice through documentary photography. Harriet Tubman, photographed in 1911 at age 89, was a formerly enslaved American abolitionist who escaped bondage and led over 70 others to freedom via the Underground Railroad. She later served as a Union spy and nurse during the Civil War and remained a lifelong advocate for civil rights and women's suffrage. Second Lieutenant Margaret B. Stanfill, photographed June 14, 1944, prepared dressings at the 128th Army Evacuation Hospital in Bouteville, France. A veteran of the 1942 Algeria landings, she was the first nurse to wade ashore with the 128th on Utah Beach on June 10th, arriving via the Liberty ship William N. Pendleton after crossing the English Channel. Police officer Leclerc, photographed at the Porte Saint-Denis in Paris, 1925, represents the uniformed law enforcement of interwar France. Stationed at one of the city's historic gates, he embodied the order and civic presence maintained by the Paris police during a period of social change and urban modernization in the capital. A French soldier photographed in a trench at Tracy-Laval, France, in 1916, endured the brutal conditions of World War I's Western Front. Amid mud, artillery barrages, and constant danger, he represented the resilience of French infantry during the prolonged stalemate of trench warfare, particularly during the grueling battles of Verdun and the Somme.